Hey guys, it's Blake with Clean Tanks. Just wanted to do a quick video on how to reinstall the O-rings into a Parva clean tank. If you're just getting your clean tank, open it up for the first time, and you want instructions on how to fill your tank, please go to facebook.com/clean tank, and on our Facebook page you'll find that Brittany has a video on there that shows how to install the cartomizer and how to pre-fill and fill the tank. But today we're going to talk about the O-rings. First thing you're going to need is some type of tool. I usually use a mini screwdriver or a dentist tool, or you can buy the expensive O-ring tools that you can get at the O-ring store or on Amazon. But we'll just use the regular screwdriver because that's the easiest thing to come by. So I'm going to turn the camera here. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the cartomizer from the tank. For this, just push it through. I usually use some kind of tool or another carto, or even your filler tip works good for this. Just push that carto out a little bit. And sorry about that. Pull the carto out, set it aside, and this is the point where you'd probably be washing your tank. And removing the O-rings is pretty simple. Take the end of the screwdriver in there, and just kind of pry it out. Should pop right out. No problem. We use silicone O-rings because they're a food grade O-ring, and the black butyl O-rings are going to be for industrial use, so they aren't approved to come in contact with food, so that's why we use the silicones. We always give you backup O-rings as well, so if you had any problems with the O-rings we sent you, you always have a backup, and should go over on how to install those. So once you've had it, washed it out, cleaned everything up, highly recommend that you either let it dry or dry it off with a paper towel, and then clean your O-rings, wash them off with water, soap, whatever you want, and dry them very well. If they aren't dry, they tend to slip right out of the glass. Next thing we're going to do is install the O-ring. First thing I do is I get the O-ring kind of going into the tank a little bit. There's a little groove in there that we've made, and basically I start pushing the O-ring down into that groove, and then I hold it in place with the screwdriver. So once I've held it in place, start feeding the O-ring into there until it kind of gets like this. Then I try to keep the sides going properly into that channel. It's going to want to kind of wiggle its way down into the tank, so you got to keep pushing it. See how it tried to push out of the groove there? So hold it with the screwdriver in that spot, kind of keep working it in there, and should go right into place. There we go. So once it's in there, I always kind of give it a once over and make sure it's nice and tight. Put the other one in now. Get it started. Hold the O-ring into the groove and work it in there with your finger. And see, this one's trying to push out on me there. They can be kind of tricky. Once you've put enough of them in, or you've cleaned it out a few times, you'll get the hang of it. There. So O-rings are in. Now to reinstall the carto after you've pre-filled it, best thing you can do, I highly recommend the use of the filler tool that we have included with your Parva clean tank. Without that, what tends to happen is the cartomizer edge will actually either slice your O-ring, or it's going to force it out of the channel. So it's a common problem amongst all carto tanks. So put your filler tip on, slide it in. I always give it a little bit of a twist like that. Then you would be filling it with juice. Slide it through and grab onto the threaded end to pull this out. If you don't do that, sometimes the carto will actually pull out, especially if there's juice in there. The juice tends to lubricate the O-ring, so if you go to pull the filler tool out with it full of juice, sometimes the carto slides all the way through. and then you end up with juice in your hand or in your lap, and no one likes that. So that's that on the O-rings. If you have any other questions or need any further assistance, you can email me at cleantanks.service@gmail.com, and I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.